I was gonna talk to you, and then he purposely talked to you.
Can we be
just to like hate me? Yeah. I think you're really cute.
Get off!
Same mask. What's up? Older than you? That's for sure.
No.
How old are you?
25.
Guess how old I am.
23. How old are you?
18. Why are you laughing?
You're older than me.
Excuse me. So I was in the trolley station. I saw you, and I had to come and talk to you. I like your energy.
Oh, thank you.
This is like one of those times when you like see a stranger and then you won't see him ever again. It's like two strangers meet.
I get you. Okay. Are you walking that way?
Excuse me. Your shades are really cool.
Oh, thank you. They're
Yeah.
cute.
Excuse me. You have a really nice tattoo. I like that.
Thank you.
What is it exactly? I'm not sure.
It's like, I don't know how you call the flowers you blow away.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Like when you blow on it and then there's like
Yeah.
little things. Can I see it like completely? It's so cool. Hey, what's up everyone? John Blue. And what's the cure for approach anxiety? This is what I think about it. Right now I'm at the point where I can approach every single girl I see, no matter if she's a 10, a 1, or a 20. No matter how hot she is, I can approach her. Even if she's with a guy, even if she's with 10 girls, 20 girls, even if she's with her mom, her dad, I can approach him. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get 100% of those girls. It doesn't mean that every single girl I approach 100% of the time I'm going to fuck them, but I can definitely just have way more opportunities out there. And the way I got there is ever since I was 16, it was the first day of the second semester of my sophomore year that I approached the first ever girl. She went to my high school, and out of nowhere, I just came up to her without knowing anything about her at all. I knew that she had a boyfriend that didn't go to that school, and I knew that she was extremely hot. In my eyes, she was like the hottest girl in the school. And ever since I approached that girl, I realized that, wow, like all this time I thought it was impossible to talk to hot girls, and it's actually like a mind game that you play on yourself, or that society plays on you, that it's like almost impossible. It's really hard to talk to the attractive girls, because after I talked to her, I was like, wow, all this time I thought it was going to be extremely scary. And it was easy to talk to her. It wasn't easy to attract her, because honestly I didn't end up hooking up with her, but it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to like talk to her. And then after that, I started like just thinking like, okay, I know this approach wasn't that hard. It actually took me like a couple weeks to like build up the balls to walk up to her. And then after that, I kept approaching more and more girls. And I always remembered that it's scarier before you approach compared to like when you're already with the girl and talking. And the more you do it, honestly, the easier it's gonna get. So it sounds really simple. Let's make it even more simple. So let's say right now you can't approach any girls at all. You can't even talk to like a 8 or a 9. So start by things that you fear, just a tiny bit. So let's say talking to a 10 is like up here, and talking to like a 7 would be over here, and talking to like a girl that's a 2 or a 1, it would be down here. Like start by things that are like on this level. Like they scare you, but not a lot. Like you feel like anxiety whenever you're doing them, but it's not like a lot to the point where you're like mumbling, you're overthinking. It can be like asking random girls for times. It varies with everyone. Like back then I would be scared of like just saying like, so how you doing, to like the cashier whenever I would pay in the store. It can be like raising your hand in class. Like let's say you probably raise your hand like once a week. Like try to raise it like twice a week, 3 times a week. Just don't try to raise your hand like 10 times per day, because it's gonna look a bit weird. That's gonna be like way too much. Well, you get the idea. Just be like calibrated. And yeah, that's when you start building it up. And once you're really comfortable with this level in the bottom, like whenever you can do those things that are like kind of scary but not super scary, then that's when you move it up. And then that's when you go like little by little. It's gonna take some time. It won't take a lot of years. For me, I started when I was 16, and right now I'm 19. It didn't took me 3 years to like get to this point where I can approach anyone. Honestly, it was because when I was 16, I was like approaching one girl per month, or yeah, 1 or 2 girls per month, and that's nothing. Honestly, that's nothing. If I were to go like really hard like I go right now, I would have gotten rid of approach anxiety within months. So depending on how hard you practice, how hard you go, it's how fast your approach anxiety is gonna get away. So the way you get rid of it really fast, and I don't blame you if you don't take this route, which is like almost a route I took when I was like 18. I started going really hard, and then when I turned 19, I started going even harder, is by just approaching harder girls and more. That's like the key word right here, like more and more. And what else? When I was 19, I was like, I started talking to almost everyone. And the reason I was able to like push it really hard, even though I was like extremely young, it's because I had this goal, or I still have this goal, of being like the world's best dating coach. Like that thought of being the world's best dating coach, it pushed me like through a lot. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have this goal of like, oh, I want to be the best dating coach so I can push it hard. It doesn't have to be a goal that's exactly like that. You don't have to want to be a dating coach. It can be like, I want to be a guy that can get like 80% or 70% of like the hot girls I approach, something like that. Just a big goal, so you can push through it whenever you feel like giving up. Like whenever I would get rejected by like 5 or 10 girls in a row when I was 17 or 18, I just remembered I have to keep pushing it harder and harder, because I want to be the world's best dating coach. If I want to be the world's best dating coach, I can't just give up after getting rejected 3, 5, or 7 times. I have to keep going and keep going. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I can get like almost all the girls, or all the girls. And yeah, to sum it up, start by doing little things that you're just a little bit scared of, but you can still do. And then you start moving it up and up and up and up till you get to like this level that you can't even see. You're gonna keep pushing it really hard. You can go slowly, like whenever you go to like the grocery store with your parents and they tell you like, hey Jimmy, we're done with groceries, we already bought everything, let's go to the car. So before you go to the car, like if you see like a hot girl that's buying something like a cereal, just walk up to her. You can give her a compliment and then just leave. That's what I used to do in the beginning. I would walk up to girls that I didn't know, really hot girls, give them a compliment and then leave right away. They would be like, oh, thank you. And then I would be like, okay, have a good day. And then I would just walk away really fast. And then eventually I started staying with those girls longer and longer. So I'm gonna repeat it. In the beginning, when I was like 16, 17, I would just walk up to girls, give them a compliment, like, oh, I really like your outfit, I really like your hair, your way of walking is just really cool, something like that. And then once they said, oh, thank you, I would walk away. And that would be like right here. It wouldn't be the lowest level, but it would be like right here. And then when I would stay with them, talking to them for like a minute or two, that would be like in the middle. And then after that, I would actually hit on them, which would be up here. And then after that, I would try to like go for their number and go for the date right away, and it would be up here. So it's just a ladder. Just keep pushing it harder and harder and harder. Don't go for like the hardest thing right away in your first day of like this approach anxiety conquest or whatever it's called. But yeah, I know this advice is gonna help you a lot, because it helped me a whole bunch right now. Like I said, I can approach anyone, any single girl, no matter how hot she is. And yeah,